to the Storytellers Podcast. I'm Superintendent Regan Nichols, and today I'm excited to be joined by one of our dedicated teachers from Helen Haller Elementary, Eric Danielson. He's also a key member of our Long Range Facilities Planning Group. Welcome, Eric.
Thanks for having me.
Eric, let's start by talking about your work at Helen Haller Elementary. How long have you been teaching at the school, and what has your experience been like as a teacher in our district?
I've been at Helen Haller for a bit over 30 years now. I think this might be my 31st year, going back student teaching, maybe 32nd. I've had a varied career there. I've taught several different grades over that time. I've certainly seen a lot of changes in technology over the years, from the first computers coming to all students being able to access computers. The challenges in that is that we are working in a building that was built long before a time that those things existed. And so the existing power requirements are kind of coming up against the edges of what we need there. Sometimes the power itself is an issue. Our grounding is not up to current standards. That makes issues when we have modern technology like smart boards, causes some interference at times. So we're not really at a state where we can put in the most current technology and have that successfully work all the time in our current facility.
So as a teacher at Helen Haller, you see firsthand the ways our facilities impact students and staff. How has your experience in the classroom influenced your perspective on the district facilities and the need for our long-range planning?
Well, we definitely need to make some changes and improvements at Helen Haller, among other sites in the district. One of the things that impacts every day is just the restroom situation with students. We have 60 to 70 boys sharing one stall restroom. That causes issues during the day. Just trying to get people in there for lunch. We have a gym that we've had to use to do breakfast and lunch in, and fortunately we have use of the Boys and Girls Club gym, but it's still not an ideal situation because when we have assemblies and things like that, the custodial crew is really tasked to get cleaned up and get us ready to go for those other events. And then again, technology-wise, we're somewhat limited by what we can do and implement right now. So modern facilities would make a huge difference in the lives of our kids.
Well, really appreciate that you were motivated to join the Long Range Facilities Planning Group and to advocate for that direction. What were you hoping to contribute as a teacher on this committee?
I was just hoping to kind of share my experience over the past 3 decades or so, and seeing what we need to move into the future. We've certainly made some upgrades in the past, investments in our community by passing bonds to modernize parts of the high school. Middle school is a much more modern facility. Gray Wolf is in better shape in many ways, but some of the things that really need to be addressed would be Helen Haller's building and the state of the science buildings at the high school for sure.
I think that the Long Range Facilities Planning Group has done a fine job of isolating the needs of our school district, and there are many, because even the newest schools, as you mentioned, the middle school is approaching 30 years old. Gray Wolf Elementary, now 33 years old, and we consider those to be, our newest additions. So, on October 8th, we launched a community survey so that we could gather feedback on potential project packages for a future bond measure. And we also have offered tours of our school buildings. What would you want our community to know about the state of our school facilities?
I would really encourage people to do the survey so they can take a look at what those proposals are. And even though I've been here 30-some years, I learned a lot doing the tours, things that I had no idea about how things were constructed back in the day and the problems that those can cause going forward. And in many cases, things that are not able to be modernized or repaired, they're past that and just need to be replaced. So I would hope that as many people as possible that can avail themselves to take the tour would do that.
I agree. The seeing is believing phrase is true here, that there are so many almost invisible aspects to these problems. Plumbing in a slab, electrical in walls that you cannot drill through. It's very difficult to know until you're on the tour and you can have those items pointed out to you. So lastly, Eric, as a teacher and now a member of our long-range facilities planning group, what message would you like to share with other educators and with our community members about how they can get involved in shaping the future of our facilities?
I would hope that all of our staff, not just teachers, but all district staff would certainly learn what those needs are and then be able to effectively share that with the community. Because I think teachers, when they're talking to parents and other educators in just their everyday lives, are probably the best communicators of what those needs are that we have in the district.
Very true. They are living the buildings day to day and hoping that they can facilitate the modern education we all want for our students. So there are challenges there, and I'm sure that they could also take the survey, as Eric has pointed out previously today, because we want your input, especially those who are on the inside. And then for the community who have children and grandchildren coming through our buildings, we'd love to know what it is that you would value most. We thank all of you, and Eric, thank you for sharing your thoughts and experiences with us today. We'd like to thank everyone out there listening. Stay tuned for more updates as we continue planning for the future of the Sequim School District. We will see you next time.